This is Business Report Africa, brought to you by your digital-first Pan-African network, TOS TV. Now the headlines. IMF says only 23% of central banks can legally issue digital currency. US dollar rebound in focus ahead of presidential inauguration. Dangote completes longest concrete cement road. Nigerian government spends equivalent of 83% of revenue to service debts in 2020. Ethereum market value of 83.8 billion US dollars is now bigger than the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Parallel market rate and the forex window to converge towards the official rate in 2021. Flour mills to Nigeria gain 288 billion naira on Nigerian Stock Exchange in 10 trading days. Zimbabwean Stock Exchange market trading day with 20 gainers and 6 losers. We start with business news, where the International Monetary Fund, IMF, has stated that only 23% of central banks can legally issue digital currencies. Now, researchers at the International Monetary Fund have examined the central bank laws of 174 IMF members to answer the question of whether digital currency could be equally valued as money. From the conclusion of the research, only 23% of all 40 central banks are currently legally allowed to issue digital currency. Now, as the research came to an end, it was observed that close to 80% of the world's central banks are either not allowed to issue a digital currency under their existing laws, or the legal framework is not clear. Now, the US dollar trades to fresh monthly highs going into the inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden. But it remains to be seen if the greenback will continue to appreciate ahead of the Federal Reserve interest rate decision on January 27th, as the rebound in longer dated US Treasury yields starts to unravel. Now, recent remarks from Vice Chair Richard Cladera suggests the Federal Open Market Committee will retain the current policy at its first meeting for 2021, as the board members insist that the central bank will continue to increase holdings of agency mortgage backed by securities by at least 40 billion US dollars per month until substantial further progress has been made towards maximum employment and price stability goals. Now, Dangote completes longest concrete road. The Dangote Group, Nigeria's longest rigid pavement, located in Kogi State, north central Nigeria. It is the first of its kind, top engineers say. Now, the 43-kilometer Obajana Kaba, constructed by Dangote Industries Limited, DIL, has been described by motorists as the country's most strategic highway that is aiding travelers between the north and the south. Now, Olatubosun Kalejaye, the project director, said he was excited that the corporate social responsibility project is being delivered for use by Nigerians, adding that while the rigid pavement had been completed, the company was dressing the shoulders. Now, site engineer Samuel Obosi assured that the dual carriageway will be durable and less susceptible to potholes and repairs like asphalt roads, adding that it would crash the rate of road accidents in the country. A community leader of Akpa Ibunu Kingdom and spokesperson for the community, Sam Omosali, commended the Dangote Group, saying that the road has attracted a lot of business along the road. Moving on to trade. Now, the federal government of Nigeria achieved a debt service to revenue ratio of 83% in the year 2020. Now, this, according to the information contained in the budget implementation report of the government for the year ended December 2020, according to data and statistics, total revenue earned in 2020 was 3.93 trillion naira, representing a 27% drop from the target revenues of 5.365 trillion naira. However, debt service for the year was a sum of 3.26 trillion naira. I estimated to be about 82.9% of revenue. Now, Nigeria's debt service cost of 3.26 trillion naira has now dwarfed the 1.7 trillion naira spent on capital expenditure of 1.7 trillion incurred in 2020. This is also the highest debt service paid by the federal government since we started tracking this data in 2009. The total public debt, external and domestic balance carried by Nigeria as of September 2020 stood at 32.22 trillion naira. That is approximately 84.57 billion US dollars, including the total debt in a domestic debt of about 15.8 trillion naira. Now, Ethereum's present market value of 83.8 billion US dollars is much bigger than many African stock exchanges, including the best performing stock market in Africa, Nigeria's major stock exchange, valued at 53.5 billion US dollars, equivalent to 20.279 trillion naira in Nigerian naira, of course. Now, the major objective of the upgrade to allow the protocol to continue to grow with this crypto industry and expand in order to support trillions of dollars in transaction value in a decentralized manner. Ethereum is a cryptocurrency designed for decentralizing applications and development smart contracts which are created and operated without any fraud, interruption, control, or interference from any third party. Still on trade, according to a recent report, the exchange rates at the parallel markets and the I&E FX window are expected to converge in the year 2021. Now, United Capital PLC has stated that it expects a convergence between parallel market rate and the I&E FX window in 2021, which is contingent on repetition of the history as well as CBN's intervention in parallel market activities. As regards its official rate, the company submits that its projection is that the official rate should find its level around 400 naira or to about 400 naira to a dollar, moving ahead to about 415, that's 415 naira to a dollar in 2021, thus expecting the parallel market rate and the I&E window to also be around 400 naira to a dollar or 415 naira to a dollar this year, 2021. Now, looking at the stock market, flour mills gained 28 billion naira on the Nigerian Stock Exchange in just 10 trading sessions as the share price rose by 26.15%. Now, the increase witnessed in the company's share price was triggered by renewed buying interest amongst investors for the shares of flour mills on the back of its robust fundamental strength and the impressive financial results the food and agro-allied company delivered in the year 2020. Now, the impressive value and current price of the company, which some investors see as underpriced, given the solid fundamental strength of the company, spiked buying interest in its shares. Now, at the end of last Wednesday of trading on the Zimbabwean Stock Exchange, the ZSE, I beg your pardon, a total of 13,775,400 shares corresponding to a market value of ZWL 66, that's 116 1,879.35 were traded, compared with the previous trading day, which was Thursday, January 14th. Recent data shows, however, that 21% decline in volume and 73% decline in turnover. The current ZSE market capitalization is ZWL 726.86 billion Zimbabwean dollars. Well, thank you for watching Business Report Africa. Do follow on social media at TOS TV Network on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, TOS TV Network. TOS TV is available on TSTV Africa on channel 138. I am Nkamian John. Thanks for staying with us and enjoy the rest of your day.